What mic you gonna use?
Check, 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 check. Okay, perfect.
Or is there a mute on that?
Yeah, on here there's
Good evening, volleyball fans, and welcome back to the Coyote Center for a thrilling night of volleyball action here on the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network. I'm Matt McCurdy, and we are live from Pecos Road just north of the 202 in the state-of-the-art Coyote Athletic Center, where your Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes are set to face off against the Phoenix College Bears here tonight. Now, a lot has transpired since our last broadcast, so let's kick it back for a quick Coyote recap. The Coyotes are home tonight after a road win against South Mountain on Wednesday. Coyotes with a 9-9 overall season record, and South Mountain on Wednesday was an intense, well-fought game going the full 5 matches. Coyotes with the slow start. They lost in the first match, but going 19-25, but came back strong in the second and third, 25-23 and 25-20, winning those second and third matches. Now, South Mountain made an attempted comeback in the fourth round with a win 25-16, but the Coyotes closed it out in the fifth, 15-5 to win the game against South Mountain on the road. And it was a well-played game for the Coyotes and a great taste of winning that they desperately needed after the small 4-loss drought that they've been having the past few weeks. So a great, well-won game for the Coyotes and a much-needed win for the Coyotes. Although the Coyotes have faced some hard-fought losses the past few games, it has been exciting to see the teamwork. And Joe and I have talked about this the past few weeks during their games. We've seen a lot of players step up to the table, a lot of players kind of lead the team from the Coyotes bench and from the Coyotes team. And in talking to Coach Nelson, he mentioned that this season has been all about adapting the team and finding what works due to some of those, key injuries that they were facing, starting with one of their players early on and then Alex Johnson being out for a few games. Luckily, Alex returning to the court tonight. You can see dressed out. We'll see how much she gets to play, but it'll be exciting to have her once again on the court, fully recovered and cleared to play. So it's exciting to see the pieces fall together. That win against South Mountain, hopefully sealing that chemistry and getting them back on the track that they need to be and fired up to win the game here on the home court tonight against the Phoenix Bears. Real quickly, let's review the current conference rankings. The Coyotes still sit as the number 5 ranked team in the division, sitting with the record of 5 wins, 7 losses on the current conference record, 9-9 overall. Ahead of them in the division, we've got Scottsdale back on top. They were teetering for a while there, but they're back on top as the first in conference with an 11-2 in conference. Wow, 11 wins, 2 losses. The Glendale Gauchos now in the second seed with 9-3. And Joe and I were talking just last week. We're excited for where Glendale's headed. They've got a really in-sync team, and there's just so much talent in this conference in general. Scottsdale, Glendale, Pima, Mesa, your Chandler Coyotes right here, and just so much talent to pull from and see. And it's a tough conference that they're playing in. So it's an exciting one. It's always a fun game here at the Coyote Center, watching them go head-to-head with these talented teams across the valley. So Glendale Gauchos in that second seed, 9-3. They bumped Pima following in the third slot at 8-4. Then Mesa Community College in the 4th seed with an 8-5 record. Following your Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes in that 5th seed with a 5-7 record. South Mountain with a 2-10, and Phoenix College, who are playing tonight, with a 0-12 season record. Now, the Bears and the Coyotes went head-to-head earlier this year on September 18th and August 23rd. So they've played twice already, and Coyotes took the win in both those matchups. In their most recent matchup, the Coyotes won the first set 1-2, 25-12 and 25-14. So they won those first 2 sets in that most recent match. But the Bears did come back in the third, 25-23, and the Coyotes closed it out in that 4th set, 25-16. So both times the Coyotes won. We hope to see them play hard tonight. And once again, we talked about those key players being gone, teammates having to lean upon each other and really step up to the table. And it's great to see Alex Johnson once again. Hopefully all these pieces coming back together for them to have a great next few games leading into the playoffs, and hopefully they make that positioning so they can go all the way. Now, while record would tell us that this should be an easy win for the Coyotes tonight, a quick game, we can't count the Bears out. They've got a great coach, head coach Alex Ramirez, and in talking with Coach, they're really on the build this season, really working to build a culture, build a team dynamic and a spirit. This is his first year coaching the Phoenix Bears, and he's really working with them to really focus on those little things that are going to make them a tight-knit team, not only this season, but hopefully in seasons to come, and that's a sign of a great coach, looking to build a team and a culture that will last beyond one season total. So they've seen time and time again the Bears can step up to the table, win matches, and really they're working on closing it out. So we'll see. These hungry Bears looking to put a win on the record. Can they win against the Coyotes here tonight? And the Coyotes having some of their players and pieces back after recovering and having that time to kind of learn the dynamics of their team a little bit more when they're in the face of challenges. How will they play? How will they come out tonight? We will see in just a few minutes. We're going to take a quick break, then we'll get into starting lineups, and we will go from there. Well, we are just a minute away from the beginning of this game against the Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes and the Phoenix College Bears. Both teams have played a couple times this season. Coyotes coming out strong in each one and taking the win. Tonight we'll see if they can do it again here on their home court. Some players to be on the lookout for from the Phoenix Bears. Hannah Allman, the freshman on the Phoenix team, averaging 2.79 kills per set, kind of their main hitter. Be on the lookout. She's an offensive powerhouse, key contributor in kills, and one of their top performers on the court. Another one to look out, Leah Luvanos, another freshman on the team. This is a young team in the build after talking to head coach Alex Ramirez. She also great outside hitter. Is going to be really strong offensively. Be on the lookout for her. And we're just about ready to start the game. As you can see, Phoenix College on one side of the court in the navy blue and white. And your Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes in the white and teal home color jersey with a flare of pink tonight in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month here in the month of October. And real quickly, we'll take a brief moment of silence and pause on the broadcast as we get ready for the national anthem. And now we'll start with the starting lineups. For those just joining us, Phoenix College in the navy blue and white, and the Coyotes in the white home jersey with the teal and pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. For the Phoenix Bears, you got number 1, Annette Tapia. Number 2, Amessi Southwick. Number 8, Jaden Walker. Number 14, Tatum Burrington. Number 15, Leah Lovanos. And number 17, Samantha Chapman. And then once again, it's the head coach, Alex Ramirez. Now switching over, we're going to go to your Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes starting lineup. And starting off, we've got number 1, Kia Crofter. Number 4, Alex Johnson. Number 8, Talia Benson. Number 10, Marissa Morehouse. Number 12, Tali Kopel. And number 13, Shelby St. Galace. And obviously head coach for the Coyotes, Jeff Nelson. Rest for tonight's game are Amanda Rossman and Elvin Otley, and your line judges, Aldo Arlano and Vic Pear. So glad we can have them here tonight. They do an awesome job. Excited for the game that they're going to officiate. And as you can hear, the crowd here tonight is electric. They're excited. Thank you for everyone joining us on the broadcast and in person, making this a fun game, an exciting game. And we're looking forward to this matchup between Phoenix College and your Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes. Both teams huddling it up as your officials take to the court. Coaches shaking hands. And we are just seconds away from Cancer Awareness Night here at the Coyote Center. Once again, it'll be exciting to see how the Coyotes line up, how they rotate, how they operate tonight. We've seen a lot of different variations, a lot of different lineups. Last home game, we saw Marissa Morehouse step in as libero for, Brianna McClemens. Sorry about that, Brianna McClemens. And you just see Jeff Nelson trying different things, trying to see what worked for his team, especially with the injuries they were having. Now we've got Alex Johnson back on the court, starting for us tonight. And it'll be exciting to see how this all plays out. Brianna McClemens wearing the libero jersey as she'll start off as our libero. And it'll be nice to see the team that we saw from several weeks back before some of these injuries back on the court playing together and see where they're at, see how the chemistry is, and see how they line up against the Phoenix College Bears. Both teams in great spirits, eager to get started. Prepping to set. Coyotes will start with the ball at number 10, Marissa Morehouse. And it's up and over. It's good. Number 8 over to 1. We'll bump it to the middle. Another number 17 over the top. Alex Johnson trying to set it with the save. Morehouse will kick it over. And Tally Benson with a high swing over the net. Blocking it. Tally Benson will dump it over the top. Tally Benson with the point. Marissa Morehouse with the serve. It's good. It's over. It's picked up by their libero on the opposite side. One will push it over to number 8. Oh, Alex Johnson will pick it up. Morehouse over to the outside. Kopel with a hit. Kopel swing again, and it's good. Kopel with the big swing off the top to bounce it back to herself and get the kill. Marissa Morehouse back at the line, prepping for the serve. She'll send it over. It's good. Great serve. One will push it over. A big swing from number 8. We'll dump Alex Johnson. We'll get it to St. Glace, who will kick it over. And that'll be a point for the Coyotes. Great work from Alex Johnson with the quick set over to St. Glace for the nice quick kill. Morehouse with another serve. Over to number 9. Jesse Walker will push it out. It'll be sent over by number 14, Tatum Barrington. Kopel with the swing. A nice bounce off the top. One will push it over to number 8. She'll kick it over. Alex Johnson keeps it alive. McClemens. Kopel. Big swing. It's good. Kopel with the kill. And this is something we really like to see early on as the Phoenix College Bears will call their first timeout, feeling the heat from this Coyote offense as Kopel gets a couple kills straight in a row, putting the Coyotes 4, Bears 0 in their first matchup. And it's good to see the Coyotes coming out strong, coming out hard, coming out fast, hopefully feeling the energy from their win on Wednesday against South Mountain. And it's just great to see that chemistry coming together after what has been some tough injuries and losses for them on the road and at home in the past few games. So great to see Alex right back in the mix of things, feeling good, feeling on top of her game, and the Coyotes coming out and playing a solid first 4 points here in the first set of the game. Coyotes back on the court once again for everyone join us. Coyotes in the white and teal home jersey with the accents of pink in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month and here in October. Phoenix College on the court as they're ready to line up. And we will see what words of wisdom and advice Coach Ramirez had for his girls to get them out of this 4 points deficit. Marissa Morris with the serve. It's a little long over the top, and it'll go out of bounds on the opposite side. That'll be the first point for Phoenix College, and the ball will head to their direction. At the serve, we got number 8, Jaden Walker, the freshman from Sarah Vista. She'll send it over. McClemens over to Johnson, and Benson with a great set from the outside. Number 14 from way outside for Phoenix College. Looks like that one just came a little bit too far out on the set. And number 14, Tatum Barrington, couldn't quite get it over. Brianna McClemens ready for the serve. She'll set it up, and it's good. Good serve. Pushed by number 1 right down the middle. Number 8 with this big swing. Johnson over to Benson. Benson with the kill. Benson doing a great job, looking up and finding a great open spot right in the middle and putting it down with authority to get the point. Brianna McClemens back at the line. She'll send it over. Good up by number 9. That'll be a push over by 1 and just a little too close to net, but it's saved alive. Nice kick down from Crafter. and the Bears unable to recover in the scramble. Looks like that last set from the Bears was just a little too close to the net, which put them in trouble as they tried to get the ball over. Brown and McClemens with the set. Serve, it's over. Be pushed by Anna Tiapia and set by 2 from the Bears. Copel with a nice little dumper at the top. Over, big swing from the Bears. Kept alive. Johnson with Copel. And another great swing from Copel. Another point on the board for the Coyotes. Brown and McClemens will send it. It's good. A little bit tight to the net. Try to keep it alive, but a little bit of a miscommunication on the Phoenix College Bears court with the ball going out of bounds. Another point for the Coyotes. Ball coming off a little bit strong from the back court. Tight to the net on that last play. McClemens sets it good. Once again, tight to the net, but they'll make it work. Number 2 with the push over. Johnson right down the middle to Crafter. And it's a little tight. She'll swing right into the net. Good thought from Alex Johnson with the close middle set. And Crafter not quite getting on top of it enough. Copel with the good up. Johnson will push over to Benson. Benson with the swing. It's tight. It's good. Right down the middle. That'll be a point for the Coyotes. And it's good to see Talia Benson back in that outside here role, filling in for Alex Johnson during her injury, doing a great job as the setter, and now doing a great job on the outside. The Bears with another point on the board as they set it over to number 14, Tatum Barrington, who will swoop it under and over and get the point. Number 12 coming in for number 14, Tatum Barrington on the court. Number 12, Michelle Galindo, ready with the serve. She'll send it over. It's good. Copel with the first hit. Benson will swing it over. Metcalf with a big swing, but the block from the Bears will send it right back down onto the Coyote court, and that'll be a point for the Bears. Galindo with her second serve. She'll put it up, and it's a little short, but it will go right over the net. A bit of a tricky serve right there. As it rides the net, tips over. Tally Benson trying to look for the recovery, but she'll send it out of bounds. That'll be another point for the Bears. Another big swing with the serve. Looking for the recovery. McClemens didn't get that off the hands quite like she was hoping. It'll go towards the net, off the post. That'll be another point for the Bears. Galindo with the set. Benson over to Copel, and a great swing. So far, Tally Copel, with pretty much every swing and kill she's sent over, has found its mark and put a point on the board for the Coyotes. Copel now with the serve. Coming off strong. Bears trying to recover. They'll kick it up and over to 15. Who'll set it over the top. Benson to McClemens. Metcalf with the little bump over the top. 12-1. She'll swing. Good recovery. Benson over to Salazar with the hammer. And I'll tell you what, Joe and I were talking about this the other night. Sage Salazar, when she puts it down, it's going to find its mark. It really can throw the hammers, and that was what you're going to get all night long. Copel with another great serve. A lot of power behind the serve as the Phoenix Bears try to recover. 15 will bump it over. Copel, Benson, Crafter. A little tip over the top. Benson will kick it over to Salazar, who will swing with authority but get denied at the net from Phoenix Bears. That block was by number 1, Annette Tapia, on the top of the net. Number 17, Samantha Chapin with the serve. It's a little short. It will hit into the net. That'll be a quick point for the Coyotes and head back over their direction. McClemens and Crafter checking out of the game as St. Glace and Zariah Hakeem come on in. Zariah Hakeem with the serve. She'll send it, and it's good. Number 4 with the bump. She'll push out. Number 1 with the swing. Hakeem over to Copel in the middle, and it'll just fall a little short. She gets off the ball a little bit tough on that swing. Number 15, Leia Lavanos with the swing. Copel will try to get it, come under a little short as it goes flying into the crowd. And that'll be a point for the Phoenix Bears. Leia Lavanos with the serve. It's good. Sage Zalazar will bump it up. Benson out to Metcalf. Metcalf with the top over and out of bounds on the back end of Phoenix Court. Coyotes feeling a little out of the rhythm here in the last few sets of this, or points of this match. Lavanos will serve into the net, and that'll be a quick point for the Coyotes, sending it back into their court. Alex Johnson prepping to serve. She'll send it over. Nice. High bounce off the net, and St. Glace will dump it right back into the Bears' court. The Bears seeming to struggle to get up and under that ball on the first hit. Putting it a little bit too close to the net. Alex Johnson with a powerful hit off the fingers of number 9, Andres Aguiloro, as it'll go out of bounds. That'll be a timeout call for the Bears from Alex Ramirez. The Bears made a good comeback in the second round after that timeout, starting to find a little bit more of their rhythm, find their pace. And Coach Ramirez helping them figure out what exactly they need to do, navigating them through this game. Hopefully can shorten the gap and pull a win here on the Coyotes court. On the other end, Jeff Nelson getting the Coyotes locked back in. Hopefully they can maintain the lead and continue to make the deficit grow, getting them to that first set win here on their home court. Coyotes doing a good job, found their rhythm early in this first match. Seemed to struggle a little bit there in the middle, but grab right back onto that rhythm as Alex Johnson takes the serve. And Alex Johnson, how about that? Doesn't seem to be missing a step. Coming back on the court strong, powerful, and then that's what happens when you have to sit out a few games because of an injury. You know, you're excited and eager to get back on the court, and that's just how it is when you're a player and a lover of the game. Johnson looking for and prepping for her serve. She'll send it. It's good. And just a little bit shy of the line as it barely touches over, goes out of bounds. Putting a point on the board for the Bears. Serving from Phoenix College, we got number 1, Annette Tapia, the freshman from Phoenix, Arizona. She'll send it over. Alex Johnson over to Benson. Big swing right in the middle. Great placement from Talia Benson on that one. Looking for a mark and find it in this middle part of the court. Marissa Morehouse on the serve. She'll send it. It's good. Pushed over to number 14. A small swing and more of a push off the net. She'll find right in the deep corner of Kyle's court. Marissa Morehouse looking to make the recovery and get it up, but couldn't quite get there in time. That'll be a point for the Coyotes. Jaden Walker back at the serve. She'll send it over. And it'll be up, out, and over on the south end of the court. A little bit of a back and forth between the Coyotes and the Bears as both serves go out of bounds. And Brianna McClemens stepping up to the line, ready to serve. That's good, right off the top of the net. Number 9 with the push. One will push it all the way over. Alex Johnson over to Kopel in the middle. She'll dish it out. Another push. A nice little hammer fist to get it over. Benson on the outside. Off the net. Johnson will recover. McClemens over to Kopel. Big swing with the block from the Bears. Johnson will push it to Benson. Benson with the swing. And another great up from the Bears. 17 with the outside. It's close to the net, but they'll recover, get it over the top. Johnson pushes to Kopel. Kopel. Big swing. It's good. Kopel finding the corner, slicing between the defense in the outside mark, and making the point for the Coyotes. A great rally from both teams as the Bears a little more energized on that play, getting the ball up, finding their mark, keeping them alive. Great serve from the Coyotes. Big swing from number 2, and Mies Southwick. And it'll go out of bounds as she pushes a little too far to the right side of the Coyotes court. Brianna McClemens still at the serve. She'll send it over. It's good. Push it to the outside to number 2 again. She'll do a light touch over the top. Johnson to Kopel. Kopel with the big swing. It's kept alive, but in the net. A nice little dump to Mies Southwick as she'll put it over the top off a little bit of a shaky pass. And Johnson trying to get the recovery will go off her fingers out of bounds. Phoenix Bears will take the point and head to the line. Mies Southwick with the serve. It'll go right in the middle of the court. Morehouse, Johnson, Benson, and she'll bounce it off the fingertips of Jaden Walker, sending it out of bounds. Benson and Kopel both finding their marks in these last 2 sets. Benson will send it over. A nice serve right in the middle, but the hands of the Coyotes are there. Big swings again. Metcalf with the block. Phoenix kicks it over. Metcalf to Benson. Benson to Kopel. Kopel, big swing, and it's a fire, and it's a hit. Kopel putting on a show tonight as she finds kill after kill on the court. Talia Benson back at the serve. It's up. It's good. Number 17 with the push. 1. Set it back to 17. Kopel with the up. Metcalf tips it over right off the fingertips of number 15. Leia Livanos. Phoenix College will try to recover, but can't get underneath it quick enough. Benson back at the serve. A nice tie one right over the top. Tricky one to get. Number 1 will bounce it off the net, and that'll be a point for the Coyotes. Callie Benson saying some tough serves over the top with the back row trying to recover. Another rough recovery, but they'll get it up. Number 8, Jaden Walker will put it over. Metcalf, swing. That'll be put back up by Algoro. 17 with the push. Marissa Morehouse trying to get there. But it'll go out of bounds. And that will be the point for the Coyotes and the first win of the first set here in the Coyote versus Bear game. Overall, great gameplay from both teams. The Phoenix Bears closing up that gap a little bit, coming out strong, having some great passes, some great sets. Struggling a little bit in that back row from the tough serves from the Coyotes. Coyotes coming out strong in that first match, making their presence known. You can really see the chemistry and teamwork coming together. Great swings from Tally Kopel and Tali Benson on the outside. And Alex Johnson bringing that energy to the court. We'll be right back after a quick break as we start the second set here at the Coyotes game against the Phoenix College Bears. We'll be right back. And we are back now, just seconds away from the second match of the Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes versus the Phoenix Bears here at the Coyote Center tonight. Coyotes taking the court, Phoenix College on the opposite side. Coyotes coming out strong in that first match, making their presence known, really finding their mark early on and putting some points on the board. Phoenix College coming out a little bit slower, trying to find their pace and their control. Had some really great moments in there. Now, needing to lock in and really find their pace and their balance, get those balls up, and give their team a chance to really put some swings down on the court and rack up the points against the Coyotes. So we'll see how they come out in this next match. Coach Ramirez has told me, they're a team that can really compete at this level. It's just finding their mark and really keeping it and maintaining that composure in that game. And that's what they've been working on all season on this first year as he coaches the Phoenix College Bears. So Coyotes will put their first point on the board with Brianna McClemens at the serve. She'll send it over. It's good. Up by number 9, Adris Aguero. McClemens over to Kopel. Kopel with the big swing from the outside. And it will just barely be on the outside corner and go out of bounds. Jaden Walker now at the serve for the Bears. She'll send it over. Rilpin with the light touch to the middle of Coyote court to get the point for the Bears. Jaden Walker back at the serve. She'll send it over. A little high, but good read from Marissa Morehouse as she lets it go out of bounds. Coyotes will take the point. Talia Benson up at the serve. Sydney Metcalf checking in for Alex Johnson. Talia Benson lining up, prepping for the serve. She'll send it. It's good. Walker with the up. Too close to the net as Kopel will spike it right back down. Benson back at the serve. She'll send it. It's good. Walker with the up. A little quick one over to Southwick. Southwick, a big swing. McClemens to Kopel. Kopel, big swing, out of bounds. Kopel not quite finding her mark on that last one as it'll come off the top a little hard, a little fast, and go out of bounds on the other end. Southwick with the serve. She'll send it high and out of bounds. Looking like she was hoping to just land that right on the line, but it'll be just a little bit far out from the line. Tally Kopel now ready to serve. She'll prep, she'll set it up, and it's over. Great spot placement. Phoenix was ready. They'll dish it over, and number 15, Leah Lavanos, with some great positioning of the ball. The Bears coming out strong, taking the lead here in the second match. 6, Coyotes 4. Hard one over the top. Benson will push it over to Metcalf. Metcalf with a big swing, bounces off the net and over, but will get him the point. And that was a tricky one, when you get that ball just right to spin off the top and go off a position you weren't quite ready for. That'll be a tricky one for the Bears to recover from and be a good point for the Coyotes. Hakeem on the court with the serve. It's over. A little miscommunication from the Bears, but they'll send it over. Benson will push out to Salazar. Big swing. Walker with the up. They'll recover. 17 with the swing, but the block from St. Glace. Another big swing from 17, right through the hands. Benson was ready to recover. Hakeem will kick it to Metcalf. Metcalf with a little dip. She'll send it back over. They'll push it outside to number 10, who will swing out of bounds from the Bears. And that was number 10, Kirsten Schilling, from the Bears with that swing. Didn't quite get her mark on it. A little bit too much up on it as well. Hakeem with the ball over the back row. Bears will push it right back. Metcalf will take a big swing. She'll dump it over the top. Number 12 out to 17. 17 finds the net, touching a couple of the Coyotes' hands. Copel will send it back. Salazar with a nice open. She'll kick it. It's over the top. Benson looking to set up Salazar. Salazar with the swing into the hands of the Bears. Bears will recover, but meet the hands of Metcalf. Metcalf, St. Glace, Metcalf right down. Over 17, pushing it back. St. Glace will find the block, get it over, and Salazar will push it into the miscommunication of the Bears, who struggle to find their ball and don't get it quite over. Coyotes now taking a 1-point lead. Tough rally there as both teams scramble to keep the ball alive. Playing right off the net. Hakeem will get it over. Big swing from the Bears. Copel was ready. Benson will push to Salazar with another big swing, who will find the open hole between Walker and Chapman from the Bears. Hakeem with another great serve. Walker will get it up. Both Bears trying to get it over, and it'll be pushed way out of bounds by number 1, Annette Tapia from the Bears. Bears calling a timeout as they now lose their lead, and the Coyotes go from 2 under to 3 over. Coyotes 9, Bears 6. And this is what Coach Ramirez was talking about. You know, it's a young, early team. He's building a culture. He's building a dynamic there. But, you know, the team will have these moments where they really start to gain a rhythm and a chemistry, and it's really about locking it down, find that, and controlling the pace of the game, controlling the game in general, and just and really putting away the kills and the numbers and the points on the board. So Coach Ramirez talking to his girls, working with them, helping them get their mindset right, and this is a good point to call that timeout and really lock them back in. They were feeling some great success, taking a little bit of a lead there at the beginning. Lock them back in, get them back on the court, help them take that lead again. Coyotes playing a great game, feeling a little bit pressure, but locking it back in. And once again, great hustle from the Coyotes, keeping the ball alive and gaining themselves the points to take the lead here in the game. Both teams back on the court, coming out of that timeout. And Zaria Hakeem still at the serve. Some great points from her serves. She'll send a great one over. It'll be pushed. Jaden Walker will send it over and out of bounds as she tries to hit it from the back row. Jaden Walker coming out for number 4, Crystal Aguirre. Number 17 with the serve. St. Glace right in the middle. Sent a quick one. It's recovered. Nice one over the net. Copel in the back row. Salazar with the top. Outside to number 1, Tapia. She'll send a strong one over. Good recovery. Metcalf will send it right back. Kicked out to the middle. Nice off the top hands of St. Glace. Great recovery from McClemens. And Salazar will get it over, but it will be out of bounds as the Coyotes dive on the ground to keep that one alive. Chapman with the serve. McClemens gets it up. Benson outside to Metcalf. Metcalf swings. And it'll come flying off the hands of Chapman in the back row over to the booth. Alex Johnson checking back in for Sydney Metcalf. Johnson prepping for a serve. It's up, it's over. Kicked on to the outside. Number 4, Copel with the up. Johnson to Salazar. Big swing. It'll head into the rafters and to the back end of the crowd. Salazar packing the heat on that swing. Johnson with a great serve over the top. Bears will just kick it over the middle. Johnson right down to St. Glace. Will find her mark in the back row. A quick changeup as the Coyotes get another point on the board. Johnson with the serve. She'll send it over. Outside number 4, a tip over the top. Salazar recovers. St. Glace will put it over. Chapin gets it up. And it will be hit outside the lines. And some confusion as they try to figure out where the ball landed on court. And that will be a point for the Bears as the officials call it inside the lines. McClemens will get it up. Johnson to Salazar. She swings it down. Outside. McClemens with the pancake, but they will call it a down ball on the court. Great effort from McClemens trying to get the pancake and kick it back up to keep them in the game. Number 15, Levinos in the backcourt. Cope will get it up. Johnson will dump it right over the top. Tricky play there. St. Glace back to Johnson. Benson with a big swing. Kept alive by number 1. Will set it over. Number 4 with a nice dish, but she'll set it right over and out of bounds, trying to avoid the hands of the Coyotes defense. And we'll push it a little too far to the outside. That was number 4, Crystal Aguirre. Marissa Morehouse now with the serve. She'll send it. Nice tide over the net. Number 1, Tapia with the set. A middle swing from number 17, Samantha Chapin, who will bounce it off of the Coyotes' hands and go flying out of bounds. Tapia from the back row will serve right over the net. McClemens gets it up. St. Glace will get it to Copel. Copel with the pass over. Tapia with the set. Kept alive. Johnson with a quick one over the top. Tapia to the middle. St. Glace will keep it alive. Johnson to Copel. Copel, big swing off the hands of the defense. And that'll be a point for the Coyotes. Hakeem coming out for number 1, Kia Crafter from the Coyotes, as Brianna McClemens preps for the serve. She'll send it over. It's a good one. Good recovery from the Bears. Number 14 will kick it over. McClemens to Johnson. Johnson to Benson. Benson riding the tight line. She'll send it to the left corner to put the points on the board for the Coyotes. A great look from Benson, a switch up from the outside, finding her tight line and keeping it in there. Number 1 will set it over to the middle, and it'll be blocked by Tally Copel. And that'll be a timeout called by Alex Ramirez, as it's a 6-point game right here, right now in the Coyotes Center. Coyotes 16, Bears 11 here in the second set of the game. Coyotes playing well, playing strong, maintaining their composure and maintaining the control and flow of this game. Really locking in. They've kept a lot of balls alive in the scramble, even when it's coming off the net a little bit tight. Bears looking to find their composure, looking to lock back in like they did earlier in this match, struggling to get the ball up off the ground on the first hit. So eager to see what comes out of this next timeout. We'll be right back after a quick break as Coyotes take the court. Just give us a few, and we'll see you right back here. Both teams back on the court after a quick timeout called by the Phoenix Bears. Coyotes 16, Bears 11. McClemens at the serve. She'll send it over. It's good. Kept up. Tapia with the set. Middle back row, number 17, Chapin with the swing. Kopel, big one. She'll send it right back to Chapin in the back row. Chapin rolling on the ground to keep it alive. It's no good. That'll be a Coyote point. Kopel with the kill. McClemens back in the back row, ready to serve. She'll send it over. It's good. Bears will get it up. Tapia with the outside. A little tip from number 2, Southwick. McClemens to the outside of Kopel. Kopel, big swing right off the hands of Chapin. Flying out of bounds. That'll be a Coyote point. McClemens will keep her serve. McClemens, it's up. It's good. Number 9 will put it up. Agloro, the back row. Chapin with a big swing. Johnson rolling to get out of the way. But the ball coming right back down on top for Morehouse will try to recover, but can't get there in time. That'll be a Bear ball. Number 8, Jaden Walker returning to the court, prepping for her serve. Jaden Walker will send it. It's good. Morehouse will get it up. Johnson right to Crafter. Crafter will swing in the middle and find her mark. That's a point from Kieva Crafter. Alex Johnson coming out for Sydney Metcalf. Sydney Metcalf doing a great job on the net tonight. Putting her hands up, getting a lot of blocks for the Coyotes. Benson will send it over. And it'll come off a little awkwardly from Jaden Walker's hands, trying to get it up to her teammates, but unable to do so. That'll be a quick point for the Coyotes. Tally Benson taking the serve again. It's up, it's over. Walker getting it up that time. Big swing from number 3, Hannah Allman. First swing we've seen from her tonight. And it looks like it will be a violation off the net. Tally Benson will get the ball again to serve. Big swing from Allman. Benson right off the net. Walker tries to get it up. Good recovery from number 9. Tapia will send it over. Morehouse to Crafter. Crafter, big swing. Bounces off the hands of the defense. As they're unable to get it up and over, it'll go down to the court and be a Coyote ball. Some great serves from Benson, making the defense scramble. She'll send another one. Walker will get it up, but it will send it right back to Kopel, who will drop it down on the heads of the Bears. Benson back at the line as St. Clair subs out for number 2, Taylor Totman. Coyotes 23, Bears 12. They'll send it over to number 9. Tapia will send it over to number 2, Southwick. Totman trying to get up and under it, but get into the net as she dives on the court. Amis Southwick now with the serve on the Bears' end of the court. She'll get it up and over. Morehouse find the mark, getting it to Benson. Benson over to Kopel. Kopel sends it right into the hands of number 2, Amis Southwick, coming off the serve, and he'll go flying out of bounds. A lot of power behind Callie Kopel's swings tonight. Finding a majority of their marks. Kopel will go back now to serve. We're out to the game point. Kopel will send a strong one over. Coming off the hands of the back row, tough. Tapia will keep it alive. Can they get it over? They'll dump it. Metcalf swing it up. Crafter with a big swing to the back row. Walker will keep it alive. It'll dish over. Benson to Topman. Kopel in the back row. Big swing. And it's in. Callie Kopel finding her mark from the front and the back as she sends it right to the sweet spot of the back row. That'll be game point for the Coyotes, 25-13 in the second match. Coyotes doing a great job here on their home court, coming off that South Mountain win on Wednesday. You can feel the energy and the chemistry of this team that struggled in the past few games with injuries, with dynamic, with chemistry, trying to put the pieces together. Teammates stepping up to the plate and trying to find that rhythm. But a team that's come back together after those injuries, stronger and playing with great pace, great control. We hope to see that continue in this third match. Bears playing a good game, trying to find their mark, find it early in the game, but just letting it slip away as they try to find a win in this third match to keep the game alive. Coyotes looking for this final sweep. We'll be right back after this quick break. Keep joining us here on the Coyote Sports Network. Well, welcome back to the Coyote Sport Network. So far, a great game for the Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes, coming out strong with 2 wins here in the first 2 matches, looking to make it a 3-0 sweep here on the home court at the Coyote Center here on Breast Cancer Awareness Night. The Phoenix College Bears playing a strong game, having some great moments, but struggling to keep their team on track and maintain the lead as they piece it together, hopefully working to pull a win here in the third match to keep them alive and head into a fourth. Both teams feeling loose, looking like they're ready to play. Coyotes looking to get a clean sweep and end it right here. Marissa Morehouse on the back row with the serve. Having a great game tonight. She'll send that into the net early on this first match. And those are some of those little mistakes that all these teams are looking to clean up in these conference games as they head into playoffs. Johnson will push it out to Benson. Benson, big swing. Find her mark again. Callie Benson having a great game tonight as she's transitioned from playing that setter role in lieu of Alex Johnson as she was recovering and doing a great job there. Now moving back to that outside position where she's really thriving, getting up and finding her mark and great play work as she reads the court, finding the smart location, had a great line kill just earlier in the game. Johnson will keep it alive. McClemens will kick it out to Kopel. Kopel, big swing off the hands of the defense, giving them a point. Callie Kopel doing a great job bouncing the ball with authority, either on the court or off the hands of the defense to give them the point. McClemens will send it over. Walker over to Southwick. Southwick will get it over. Line violation, it looks like. A little net violation from the Coyotes as they try to get their ball back. That'll be a point for the Bears, tying it up 2-2. Southwick ready to serve. She'll send it over. McClemens, Johnson, Kopel, blocked by the Bears. as McClemens dives to keep it alive, and he'll go out of bounds. Big block from the Bears as they read the incoming swing from Tally Copel. Southwick with another serve. Johnson will dish it, and a smart IQ play from Alex Johnson, reading the defense, finding the open hole, and putting it right there when they weren't looking. And that's the type of game Alex Johnson brings to the court, the leadership, the IQ, just an overall great player, and you can see why she's a key player to their game. Find those ways to just make the extra point count. Quick serve from Tally Benson. She'll send it right into the sweet spot on the Bears, as the Bears will kick it into the net, giving them a quick point, Coyotes point. Tally Benson with the serve. She'll send it once again right up and tight. They'll struggle to get it over, and it's no good. Benson finding a really nice sweet spot in the middle of the Bears' court, forcing the back row to slide up and not quite get under the ball enough to get it to where they need to go. Benson with the serve. It's good. Number 9, Agoro, gets it over, and big swing from the Bears as they'll get their point. Amy Ramirez now will serve for the Bears. It's over. Morehouse will keep it up. Benson will kick it out to Metcalf. Metcalf with a little dump over the top. Tapia outside to number 3, who will bounce it off the net and out of bounds. Looks like Hannah Allman just couldn't quite get a read on the ball and its position. Coming off the net a little close. Copel now at the serve. She'll send it over. It's a quick one. Tapia will go out of bounds to keep it alive. And it'll stay alive. Metcalf, big swing. Tapia out to Allman. Allman with a big swing. Copel. Benson, Salazar. Straight up by Walker as Tapia kicks it over to the outside corner. And Copel dives for the save. But it'll go out of bounds. That'll be a Bear point. Number 3, Hannah Allman in the back, prepping for the serve. Great swing. Benson to Hakeem in the middle. Hakeem will powerhouse it through off the fingertips of number 6, Amy Ramirez, who tries to make the recovery, but it will go out of bounds. Hakeem with it over. Walker blocked by Salazar. Tapia outside to Aguirre. And Aguirre will find her mark in the deep corner of Coyote Court as Taubman tries to keep it alive. Venos in the back row. Salazar will bump it up to Benson. Benson to Metcalf, who will pound it home. Sidney Metcalf really getting a piece of that ball, bringing it straight down with some thunder. Johnson with the serve. It's over. Allman will keep it up. Tapia outside. Kept it. And that'll be a kill from Amise Southwick. She pounds it down on the court. Tapia will send it just short into the net. But kudos to the Bears in this third match, staying alive, staying energetic, finding some of their marks, and keeping the game pretty close. It's currently 9, Coyotes, Bears 7 on the board. Marissa Morehouse now in the back, ready to serve. Preppin, she'll send it. It's good. Nice tight over the top. Tapia outside to Southwick. Southwick find her mark. McClemens with a big push to get it over Southwick will push it over the top again and get her positioning right in the middle. Southwick really finding her mark here in this third match. Working with Annette Tapia, their setter, to find good positioning and make a difference for the Bears. Marissa Morehouse will get it up. Johnson will push it outside to Benson. Benson, big swing off the fingers. As looks like a bit of a violation, potentially net violation. That'll be a point for the Coyotes. Brianna McClemens in the back row. She'll send it. It's good. Walker, Tapia. Big swing from number 6, Amy Ramirez. Bouncing it off the top. Amy Ramirez showing some power off the net. Southwick will kick it to the back row. Morehouse to Johnson. Johnson with another tricky IQ play right there. Send it over the top into the middle. Catching the Bears sleeping around the middle court. Ty Benson ready for the serve. She'll send it. And it looks like a potential rotation violation or error on the Bears will give the point to the Benson, to the Coyotes. Tally Benson back at the serve. Puts the power on and sets it into the net. Coming just a little bit lower than she was hoping for. Hoping to ride the top of the net. And it'll just be short. Amy Ramirez now head to the back row for her serve. She'll send it deep and out. Great read from Marissa Morehouse as she follows the ball to the back line to make sure it went out of bounds. Kopel with the big serve. Walker over to Allman. Allman with the outside swing. Metcalf dumps it over the top. Walker tries to recover, but it's no good. Cindy Metcalf with a great read. Choosing a little bit of deception over power as she'll put a point on the board, pushing the Bears into a timeout as the gap now goes Coyotes 14, Bears 10. Bears find a newfound energy in this third match that we haven't quite seen in the other two. A few girls finding their mark. Amy Ramirez coming out with some serious power, finding a kill for their team. Jaden Walker doing a great job in the back row, keeping it up. And Annette Tapia with some great movement and great sets to her teammates. Ami Southwick with some other great kills in the middle. So some pieces coming together for the Bears. Coyotes playing a consistent, well-paced game, trying to maintain control of their lead and find a fast-paced sweep here on the home court. Both teams come back to the floor as Tally Kopel in the back row preps for her serve. Ball in motion. She'll send it over nice and tight. Walker unable to get it up. As the spin on that ball will send it out of bounds. Tally Kopel hammering the Bears hard in the back row with some tough serves. Walker subbing out for number 17, Samantha Chapin on the Bears team. Tally Kopel ready for the serve. She'll send it. It's good. Another tough one on the back row. Chapin will get it over to Allman. Allman, big swing to bring it home and get them the points. Some great power from Allman and Ramirez in that middle outside. Hannah Allman now with the serve. She'll send it nice and tight. McClemens will keep it alive. Benson over to Metcalf. Metcalf, big swing off the top. Ramirez to Tapia. Tapia to Allman. Allman, big swing, kept alive by Topman. Big dish. McClemens will keep it alive, though. Quick movement. Metcalf, big swing, and it's downed on the Bears' end of the court. That's a point from Metcalf. Great hustle from Brianna McClemens coming off that quick dish from the Bears off the net. Diving down, keeping it alive, and getting the Coyotes the point. Hakeem sending it over. It's coming up. Tapia will kick it off to the outside. Outside here, we'll dish it over the top. Benson to Salazar. Big swing. Kept alive by Ramirez. Tapia outside. Topman over to Benson. Benson over to Sidney Metcalf. Metcalf met with resistance, but it will go out of bounds off the hands of the Bears defense. Hakeem back at the line. She'll send it. It's good. Ramirez getting it up. Tapia. Back row Allman. Allman with a good swing to Topman. Benson over the middle of St. Glace, who will find her mark. A good switch up from Benson and St. Glace. As St. Glace quickly pounds it home into the left side corner in no man's land. Timeout call from Alex Ramirez as he feels the gap from the Coyotes growing and growing. Coyotes now 18, Bears 11. Coyotes coming out strong. Both teams playing really well. Some great swings from the Bears trying to stay alive, but the quick movement and chemistry and teamwork of the Coyotes will keep them in the lead and on top of this game here in the third match. We'll be right back after a quick break as they break from their timeout and Bears try to find their mark here in the third. And we are back after that quick timeout. Zariah Hakeem on the serve for the Coyotes in the back row. She'll prep, waiting for that whistle. It's time. It's go. It's good. Tapia. And the powerhouse sledgehammer Salazar will make her mark out of that quick timeout. Salazar seeing the ball come off the net after the long hit from the Bears will slam it home. Zaria Hakeem with the serve again. Tapia with the outside. He'll get a good swing and look. Hakeem will get to Salazar again. Meeting resistance on the block. And that was a block from number 15, Leah Lavanos. Playing big, playing strong for the Bears on the wall. Lavanos now in the back row will serve. She'll send it over. Salazar will set it up. McClemens over to Salazar. Salazar will swing to the outside. Tapia will push it to Allman. Allman, big swing. McClemens keeps it up. Benson kicks it out to Sidney Metcalf, who will dump it over the top. Ramirez there to keep it alive. Tapia with a quick dish. Benson will keep it up. Salazar over the top. Allman will keep it alive, but that will be a point for the Coyotes as there's a net violation on the up and over. Both teams hustling to save the ball and get their point for their team. Alex Johnson on the serve. She'll send it. It's good. A nice tight one from Alex Johnson as Allman gets it back over. McClemens will get it to Johnson. Johnson over to Benson. Big swing, and it's good. Talia Benson from out of nowhere will swing that ball into the Bears' court and put a point on the board. Alex Johnson, nice and over the net. Tapia over to Chapin, who will bounce it off the hands of the Coyote defense and go out of bounds. That'll be a point for the Bears. Big swing from Samantha Chapin on the outside. Annette Tapia will serve. Salzer will keep it up. Johnson will send it right down the middle to St. Glace, who will power into no man's land. Allman diving for the recovery, but just not quite there. That'll be a point for the Coyotes. Coyotes 22, Bears 13 in these final moments of the third match. Marissa Morehouse now in the back row, ready to serve. Great serve right over the top. Allman will put it up. Tapia will push out to the outside. Kept alive by McClemens. Copel from the outside making it work. Tapia on the net. She'll try to push to Ramirez, who will bounce it over. Johnson out to Copel. Copel, big swing. Allman dives and keeps it alive. Johnson, St. Glace. Tapia will set to Ramirez. Ramirez, big swing, blocked by Copel on the net. Copel playing big, getting her hands up, will prevent the point and keep the ball with the Coyotes. Amy Ramirez checking out for number 10, Kirsten Schilling. Marissa Morehouse still at the serve, ready to go. She'll send it. Great serve. Tapia will push it out to Southwick, who will catch it just right to tip it over the top into no man's land in the middle of the Coyotes' court. That'll be a point for the Coyotes. For the Bears, I apologize. Big swing from Chapin. Johnson will push outside to Benson. Benson riding the line. She'll find it in the left-hand corner. Talia Benson playing some smart ball out there as she reads the court and finds the perfect point for her kill. McClemens will send it over on the serve. Chapin will keep it up. Tapia outside to Allman. Allman, big swing. And she'll send it right back with a little bit of a rinse and repeat. Finding the corner in no man's land from the Coyotes. That'll be a point for the Bears from Hannah Allman. Southwick sends it over. Johnson with a quick dump. Finding great success with that tonight. Sending the Bears into an absolute scramble, but they'll manage to kick it over way outside as McClellan dives to keep it alive. And it goes out of bounds. Officials going to discuss as they read the court. Looks like the Coyotes felt like maybe they had that one. Unsure what the call will be. They'll call it for the Bears. Bears points. Southwick in the back. She'll send it over. It's a little short. Morehouse will be there. She'll keep it alive. It'll send right back over. Allman will swing to the left corner. McClemens out to Copel. Copel, big swing. Finding her mark. Southwick trying to dive to that opposite side, but it's no good. That will be game for the Coyotes here on their home court, giving them a 2-game streak after that win against South Mountain on Wednesday. A good week for the Coyotes. 2 wins, putting South Mountain and the Phoenix College Bears away in a 3-0 sweep here on the home court. Great win here on Breast Cancer Awareness Night. Coyotes in that teal, white, and pink. So glad you could join us here. Overall, a fantastic game. Coyotes really feeling like that team we've seen earlier in the season prior to the injuries, as Alec Johnson joins them back on the court tonight and really brings the power and the energy. Chemistry is feeling good. The energy felt great here from the girls tonight as they really found their mark and made it count. What a great game to be involved and to be a part of. Excellent work from both teams, all athletes on the court. Want to thank the amazing fans for watching tonight. We'll be right back with some post-game interviews. Hang tight. And thanks to all for watching.
For real.
Okay, Allie. Obviously a great game.
Mhm.
3-0 sweep. You guys had the game on against South Mountain on Wednesday. How are you guys feeling coming this game? Obviously, past few games you had some tough losses there.
Mhm.
Lost some players due to injuries. Now those pieces back together. So how are you feeling from that South Mountain game coming into tonight?
I feel really good about. I obviously felt really good about it. I think we played really well as a team tonight and at South Mountain. I think it just took us. We were sick of losing and sick of not playing as well as we know we can do. So practice yesterday, really working hard on playing as a team and going for everything. And I think that we really showed that tonight.
Absolutely. No, it was very evident tonight. You guys came out really strong. And now back to kind of playing that outside hitter position. How was it playing that setter position while Alex was gone? What was that like? You did a great job. Joe and I were talking. He's not here tonight, but we were talking about how you really kind of stepped up the play and filled that role great. So how was that? And now transitioning back to the position you're playing now.
I think it was great for my confidence, just knowing that I can do it and I can help my team out with whatever they need. And I'm grateful Alex is back because I get to do more do a little extra. But I did love the setting part and being able to help out my team because we were missing a player, missing Alex.
Well, you did a great job filling in, but then it's great to see you back in that position. Had some great kills tonight.
Yeah.
I was yelling, the crowd was yelling, so awesome job.
Yeah, thank you.
Joining us on the broadcast.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It's all sweaty, sorry.
You're good.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Sydney, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Well, thanks for joining us. Obviously, great game. You came out really strong, had some great kills, played some great defense on the net. So how were you feeling coming to tonight's game, and how are you feeling after the South Mountain game, now this game, leading into the next game coming up? And I believe that's against the Scottsdale?
Yep.
So.
Yeah, so as a team, we were just really focusing on building our confidence. We obviously had a rut in the middle of the season, so it's all just been about how to build back our culture and keep it healthy while bringing the aggression on the court so that we can win. And it's been paying off. So it just honestly, like, good vibes going into tonight's game. Like, we came out in warm-ups with energy on the court, and I think it paid off. But yeah.
Yeah, you guys seem very loose coming out tonight, playing your game, obviously rocking the breast cancer awareness pink, and it showed. You guys had energy throughout the whole game and opened really strong. So looking into the next few games, where are you guys feeling like you're at, and what are you most excited for?
Well, we're definitely going to fight for that number 4 spot. We want to make it to nationals, and so our obvious mentality is just to win as much as we can to make it and secure that last spot against Mesa. And I think to do that, we're just going to try to keep with what's working and with our good energy and just, like I said, the aggression. But yeah, like, we're really fighting hard to secure that 4 spot.
Absolutely, and especially big going into playoffs. So the next game against Scottsdale, obviously played them here on the home court. It was a really tight game. We felt like, man, you guys were so close to winning that one and closing it out. What's maybe some changes you guys are thinking about coming into that game, off that game that you played here on the home court?
Yeah, so last time we played Scottsdale, we came off really strong, and we all got so excited, and we were so proud of ourselves, and then we eased up in the middle of the match. And so our biggest goal and our biggest motivator is, especially when it comes to third set, just to keep that momentum, because that seems to be our common theme and our greatest weakness for this season, because we've had a lot of 5-set games, including Scottsdale. So our motivation for Scottsdale is to come off just as strong, if not stronger, and to keep that through the whole match and not let up in the third set. Because we know we saw them break down, and if we can keep that pressure on them, we can continue to keep them breaking down so we can obviously come back on top.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be super big. Obviously, you guys played a great third match here, so
Thank you.
excited to see the game against Scottsdale. Thanks for joining us on the broadcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thank you.